Look, we've always had a compute budget.
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. Now, we've always had a compute budget, right? Even in classic compute. I would say with ML, but we use both TPUs and GPUs, by the way, extensively. But ML compute planning we are super thoughtful about headcount planning too, but we've always had to plan that. And yes. ML compute, we've gone through phases where they've been easy, and then there have been phases where we've been constrained as a company. But now it is really acutely constrained, right? So you spend a lot more time. I at least spend a dedicated hour a week thinking about that question at a pretty granular level. So I will know by projects and by teams the compute units they are using, right? And or at least I have that information and I'm looking at it and assessing it, and in some ways it's a really important thing to be doing right now, I feel.
So the scarce resource is compute in a lot of cases, and so you're ensuring that Google's precious compute resources are being spent on the most worthwhile initiatives.
Yeah.
How do you think about that in the context of GCP and Google Cloud? Because there you're actually allocating the compute to others instead of for your own purposes, and given the constraints in the system, how do you think through that differential allocation?
Look, we plan ahead, right? So when we do the forward planning, the cloud team is forward planning, and they're putting a plan in place, and and so you're funding that, and you're doing that for our internal needs. You forward plan, and as part of that, you're also signing long-term commitments to customers. Anything we commit to a customer is sacrosanct, right? So these are contractual commitments. So you solve a lot of it with planning, and so when you plan, we're all in a constrained world. So I think the cloud team would say they don't have the compute they want, et cetera, et cetera. But you solve it with planning ahead.
Speaking of Google Cloud, I have my product request that I've been saving up for this section that I know you're looking forward to.
You're going to post it on X.
Exactly, yeah.
We're taking care of it.
But no, I'll say one thing that works really well is the GCP MCP is awesome, where your AI can just interact programmatically with Google Cloud. And I guess you guys have exposed almost everything except like the core, permissioning stuff. And I feel like, in a way, part of the curse of Google Cloud has been there is so much functionality there that I'm sure you occasionally hear from people, it was like a little hard to navigate, that you log in, you have to create an organization, a project and whatever, and find the right services or whatever. And now, all that doesn't matter.